Guys, today I have for you perhaps one of my favorite legendary skill builds. This one has insane DPS and survivability. You will understand in a moment how strong this setup is. Actually, you can run and gun now with your skill build. Of course, not all the time. Most likely you will not be able to take damage from Chungus. But if there is like 6-5 enemies left on battlefield, you can easily distract them with your skills and stack Bloodsucker talent. If you didn't know, Bloodsucker can actually be stacked or procced with your skill kills as well, and sometimes when shit is hitting the fan, that can be extremely handy, because like I said, you can kill enemies with your guns, boom, proc Bloodsucker, and then you can stack it. And tip number 2 or life hack, each consecutive kill will give you more and more bonus armor. Look how much bonus armor I'm stacking. So first kill with Bloodsucker will give you 10%. If you are running normal Bloodsucker, perfect Bloodsucker will give you 12%. But second kill will not give you additional 10, but 20% more. So you're gaining 10 with second 20, that stacks together. With third kill you're gaining 30% armor back. So now you have 60% bonus armor with 3 kills. With fourth kill you're gaining extra 40% armor back. So now you have 100% armor, and you are basically getting shit ton of armor. And before we continue, quick word from the sponsor Diving.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammates but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Diving.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your orders super quick. Everything happens through account sharing. This service has been working for many years. They have tons of customer reviews. You can check everything by yourself, but now with my promo code EverybodyDiv, you will have 15% discount on absolutely all services. It's an amazing deal, so hey, maybe check these guys out. But now let's get back to this legendary setup, and like I tried to explain previously, first of all, Bloodsucker talent can be procced with your skill kills. Not only that, if you will use Pestilence, which has Plague effect, that can also trigger Bloodsucker talent, and that's extremely handy. Although you can run this setup with 2 LMGs, Pestilence or Blue Screen. I tried Bullet King didn't work that well, although it has no reload, higher rate of fire. All that didn't matter too much because base damage value is kinda terrible, so Bullet King was the worst LMG to run in this build. Next thing, Pestilence is nice. You can stack your Pestilence against dogs, war machines, healing stations, elite enemies, so you have a couple ways how to be real effective with Pestilence. But again, you can get proc Bloodsucker talent with Pestilence, but for me, I think Blue Screen is actually the way to go in this one. For specialization here, we will use Technician specialization. Again, the reasons are quite simple, because we are getting extra skill tier, we have Artificial High for lazy players, we have Disrupt grenades. For legendary difficulty, absolutely amazing grenades to stop healing stations, drones, dogs, war machines, all that shenanigans. And of course extra skill damage. For our weapons we will use Test Subject, Named Assault Rifle with Perfect and Sync. Simply basically mark one enemy with your 1 bullet or hit enemy with 1 bullet, and boom, you have 40% skill damage and weapon damage. You don't have to stack it, there is no range, no cooldown limitations, nothing. Really easy and simple to use, and Test Subject is really nice assault rifle in any skill build to be used actually. For the second weapon though, you have a couple options, Blue Screen or Pestilence. If you want to use Pestilence, then reroll Status Effect attribute, which I have on my setup, for armor regen, for extra survivability, because Status Effect is not giving you anything with Plague effect. But if you will use Blue Screen, which by the way, after my many tests, turned out the best option here, Status Effect is the way to go, because on the kill, after you will apply status effects on all marked enemies which you marked with your Blue Screen, and that's really sometimes handy. As you see, rate of fire is a little bit higher than Pestilence, Bullet King has the highest rate of fire from these three LMGs, but the base damage value absolutely is terrible, it sucks cat's balls. Pestilence rate of fire is terrible, but Plague Effect can proc Bloodsucker talent and stack it. Plague will spread across the map like wildfire, it can kill drones, healing stations, and with that you're gonna gain bonus armor. So for that reason Plague is kinda dope with Bloodsucker talent, but if you're gonna use Pestilence here, reroll status effect for armor regen. But I would recommend you to use Blue Screen. Blue Screen has a little bit more base damage value as well. And overall it looks pretty goddamn nasty, but you have a couple options, so I try to explain the best solutions or playstyles with each of those. For the pistol though, you have again 3 options to use as your talent on your pistol. In sync if you will be short on ammo, it's really dope. Future Perfection to proc overcharge, or Preservation for survivability reasons. Do not waste your medkits. Preservation can be procced with your skill kills as well. So I would recommend you to use 3 different guns on your setup or in your backpack and switch those on the fly when you need. You can proc overcharge, it will be on the cooldown, then you go for in sync. If you don't need in sync, since we have test subject, you can use Preservation, kill non-elite enemy, or simply wait when your skills will kill somebody, boom, you're receiving healing. So pretty versatile setup if you ask me. You have tons of goodies, and specialization weapon by itself can deal tons of damage, and as you see, Plague Effect can be sometimes really handy, but Blue Screen, like I said, is the way to go, at least for me, after many tests. But again, it really depends on your preference. For the gear though, I'm using Perfect Glass Cannon from Providence gear set. For the holster, Waveform holster to receive maximum skill damage buff. For backpack, again, I'm using a Bloodsucker with protection from elite mods everywhere. We have almost 40%. Yeah, we have 39% protection from elites, 40% is really nice. If you want to use survival specialization, you will gain almost 50% protection from elites, but technician specialization, I think it works a little bit here better, because we can roll one more offensive core attribute, like I'm using here with my Petros gloves, or armor core attribute. These gloves are really dope. I have skill damage, damage to armor, and damage to LMG and weapon damage, and that's the reason why my second weapon is LMG. Blue Screen or Pestilence. But like I said, with Pestilence you don't need status effect on your setup. Simply roll or try to get gear with armor regen everywhere. If you have Blue Screen, leave status effect and skill damage on, and simply use Preservation on your pistol for extra survivability or gaining armor on kill. Pretty goddamn dope build, man. It slaps hard. Barbecue chicken, bye.